Starting anything is hard. It's not doable, but it is challenging. Whether it's your fitness journey, whether it's starting a business, learning a language, a new hobby, or learning a sport, literally anything. And whether it's very new to you or whether you've tried it before and you fell off and you're restarting now. It's always easier said than done, but you can do hard things. I promise you can. A lot of people underestimate themselves. I really want to inspire you and motivate you and give you actual real tips that you can take into your own life and practice and apply to your life, your circumstances, your lifestyle. And I know with summer coming around, it's like the ultimate comparison season. A lot of people wanna get in shape this time of year, which first of all, everybody is a beach body. I fully believe in that, but I also think there is nothing wrong with wanting to get in shape. There's nothing wrong with that, but you also should not feel obligated to. In my weight loss journey video, which if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. Of course, I'll link it below. I'll pin it in the comments, whatever. I made these 2-ingredient bagels, which I did not come up with the recipe, but I love them and I got so many questions about them, so we're gonna make them today while we chat. I also need some love. This is Immune Support Liquid IV. Good stuff. Greek yogurt and self-rising flour. This essentially is the base. You do technically need more ingredients later on, but this is like the foundation of the bagels. Also, before we dive deep, I just want to say I have no credentials. I'm not a trainer, a nutritionist, a dietitian, a doctor, any of those. My credentials is basically my experience. So take this all with a grain of salt, but I just want to give you like real life tips, right? I'm not telling you you have to do this to start, you have to do this, whatever, but I want to try to give advice to the best of my ability. And if you want to see my credentials, of course, watch my video. That's linked below. First things first, I want to say right away that the worst thing you can do is like wake up on a Monday and be like, today's the day I'm going all in, like I'm gonna give it my all, I'm only eating healthy, I'm working out 6 days a week, like there's no turning back, like whatever. The all or nothing mindset is going to set you up for failure. So I just want to say right away, cut it. Cut the all or nothing crap. Cut it. You gotta cut it. I have 100% been there. Do not get me wrong, I have 100% been there, but you gotta get rid of that. I believe in this so much so that I think it is going to get its own video one day. That being said, you have to start small and you have to get over the fact that this is going to take a long time and there are no shortcuts, because what I'd like to say is the faster you obtain a result, chances are the shorter it's going to stick around. Again, I know I've been there, I know a lot of us have been there, but when you cheat and when you take the shortcuts and you like lose a ton of weight and stuff, you regain it so easily and so fast, because it's all about sustainability. And if you think about it, if the desire is too hard and you're like, no, but I want it now, just remember that you are gonna be back to this starting point in probably less than a year, you know? It's the whole yo-yo thing. For the bagels, I like to do equal parts Greek yogurt and self-rising flour, which makes it super easy, but I didn't know how much Greek yogurt I had, so I measured out 2 cups. So I'm gonna do about 2 cups of this. So a lot of the times when people wanna start their fitness journey, which can mean losing weight, which essentially losing weight is losing fat and building muscle. In most cases, which is why I'm not a big fan of the scale, because if you're losing fat but you're building muscle, the scale might not move, whatever. Save that for another day. It can also mean bulking up. Like your fitness journey can mean so many different things, but chances are when people want to, you know, start this or work on this or whatever, they want to eat better, they want to work out more, work out better, develop a workout routine, maybe start working out. They want to or need to kind of change their mindset. Maybe they want to wake up early, right? These are very broad topics, but they do kind of apply to a lot of people, so I want to talk about them. They apply to me as well. And if you're not sure what your goals even are, I saw this awesome TikTok that gives a very general, like super broad explanation of what and how.
If you eat less and move more, you'll lose weight. If you eat less, move more, and eat plenty of protein, you'll lose body fat. If you eat less, move more, eat plenty of protein, and strength train, you'll lose body fat and build muscle.
Let's start with waking up earlier. The first thing you do in the morning is wake up, so let's start with it. Obviously, people's schedules are different, right? This is not easy for everyone. Maybe it doesn't apply to you at all because you work nights. Remember, take this all with a grain of salt. However, if you want to wake up early, well, where does it start? It starts with your nighttime, right? You gotta go to bed early. You can't just all of a sudden wake up at 5 a.m. if you have a habit of staying up till 1 in the morning, right? It's just not realistic. Getting realistic and going to the source is how you're gonna start, right? Say you get in bed 10 minutes earlier Monday. 15 minutes earlier Tuesday, 20 minutes earlier Wednesday. Okay, and then you're getting to bed earlier, you're slowly adjusting your sleep schedule, it's slowly gonna be easier to wake up earlier in the morning. And when you do try to wake up earlier, if you always wake up at 8 a.m., you can't just the next day go ahead and wake up at 5. Maybe you can, once or twice, but forever, probably not. So just like I think it's a great idea to slowly start going to bed earlier, slowly start trying to wake up earlier, 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier, 15 minutes earlier. Gradually is going to be so much more sustainable than being like, okay, tomorrow Monday, 5 a.m. Because like, yes, one-off you can do it, but how sustainable is it? The ultimate question. And also, once you start achieving that progress of, oh, okay, I got up 10 minutes earlier today. And if that sounds like nothing, 10 minutes is still 10 minutes. But once you start seeing that progress and you're able to prove to yourself you can do it, you're gonna wanna keep going. I don't know if you've ever heard of Mel Robbins, but she is super motivational. I'm gonna link a video that you should really watch after this one. But she talks about how like, you're never gonna feel like doing something, right? You're never gonna feel like, oh, I just wanna become a 5 a.m. person. And you don't have to in order to start your fitness journey. I'm just using this as an example, but she uses this 5-second rule, she calls it. Essentially, like, you know you need to do something, you have about like 5 seconds to act on it before your brain loses thought and you're just gonna ignore it or push it off till later, right? So for example, your alarm goes off in the morning, okay, she hears it, she turns it off, she counts literally backwards to herself, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and she gets up. And she says if she doesn't get up in that time, she knows like she's not gonna get up, right? It's like you get this urge to do something, you know you need to do something, you have 5 seconds to act on it, you gotta just do it, right? You're never gonna feel like doing it, you just have to count backwards and just go for it. She always says you're one decision away from changing your life, and I think that's so true. Obviously, so much easier said than done, but I love her speeches. Anyways, I'm literally just like mashing this into a dough right now. Another thing people really want to work on when they are on this journey is eating healthier. And that is such a general term, it's such a blanket term. The word healthy itself is very taboo, right? Everyone has different diet concerns. What healthy means for one person is not going to mean healthy for the next. And that's why it is very important to find what works for you, but that does take time, trial and error, just like everything else. One kind of disclaimer here is that I do know that eating healthy can be expensive. Eating high protein can be expensive. And so it's not the easiest for everyone, but I do want to give you tips to the best of my ability. And personally, I often find that eating healthy just comes in the planning. You know, eating healthy or healthier requires more planning than eating unhealthy, right? It's a matter of, do you have healthy meals that you want to eat? You know, people think healthy can be so boring, and it's putting effort into actually looking up recipes that would be tasty and that you want to try and having a variety of things. When people think eating healthy, a lot of time they think about having a spinach salad every single day, right? Yes, that's healthy, but it's boring. Who would want to do that every single day? You can eat healthy foods while still eating a variety of foods. And that's the thing, how many times do you go to the grocery store and when you buy fruits and veggies, you buy the same fruits and veggies every single time? We'll change it up, right? There's probably things that you even like that you don't know you like that are good for you and are nutritious and are beneficial. To be honest, I think grocery shopping is hard. I'm not the best grocery shopper, but with planning ahead, you can change everything, right? I also find when I go too long without replenishing groceries, I start eating worse. So it's a matter of having meals you want to eat. I am on Pinterest every single day looking at different things I can try and I can make. And I know not everyone has the time, right? People have kids, other people have, you know, 9-to-5 jobs they have to commute to. I know this is time consuming, but instead of scrolling on your phone for an hour at night before you go to bed on Instagram, maybe try to brainstorm some recipes. You know, it's all about where you put your time if you do have the extra time. I think a great goal is trying one new healthy home-cooked meal per week. I'm gonna try my best to link a Pinterest board with some healthy meal ideas to hopefully give you some ideas, maybe a little inspiration, and maybe get you started on researching your own that you're interested in as well. But I do think this, just like with everything else, requires so much trial and error. If you're getting bored of something, well, don't buy the same veggies. Buy new stuff, try different recipes, try things out of your comfort zone. You're gonna not like things, but it's a part of the process. And eating healthy doesn't mean you have to cut all carbs, you have to cut all chips. Like, you can eat healthy while still allowing for things that aren't healthy that you do like. It's just a matter of eating overall healthy can include some junk food. It really can. Healthy means whatever you want it to. Within limits, right? Like, you have to be a little self-aware. But also, swaps are your friend, right? I love bagels, but is it good for me to eat a sugary, like, full giant bagel every single day? No, that's why we have swaps. Swaps are your friend, and there are so many swaps out there. Some swaps I really like are, number one, these bagels. Number two, if I'm making tacos, burritos, any sort of like Mexican dish at home, instead of sour cream, I'll use Greek yogurt because it really tastes the same in my opinion. You can do a simple search online of healthy swaps, and I bet you would find so many, and so many that you haven't tried. However, with that, I do want to say, if there's something you really want, you're really craving, just get it. It's so much better to treat yourself than deprive yourself and go crazy because you're not getting what you need and you're not satisfied. That could make things so much worse in the end. So I know this is about how to start, and I just talked about a lot of tips there, but it's like, well, how do you start eating healthier? You start by planning what to eat, maybe learning about nutrition, and it starts with your grocery shopping. It starts with what you buy and what you put together. You know, you have to make an initiative and you have to put one step forward to do the research, to do the planning, to go to the store and to make smarter choices, right? I can't make you make better choices, but I can encourage you to plan ahead. And honestly, I think that's the hardest part about healthy eating is planning for it. Keep in mind, variety is really important. A tip is to try to incorporate lots of different types of foods because different foods will offer you different nutritional benefits. Once you have all this good food at home and you have stuff that you want to make with it, it's hard to just let it sit there. Find recipes you're excited about. You know, I get excited about trying so many new recipes. It's so fun. Also, you do not need to buy 1,000 different supplements. Eating healthy doesn't mean taking a million vitamins, taking a million supplements, whatever. I do have things I like to take. For example, you know that I love protein coffee. I have a protein powder that I incorporate in my diet so that I can have more protein throughout the day, but not everyone needs to buy every supplement out there. So I just wanna say, that's the worst thing you can do is just like Google like, okay, what supplements can I buy that are gonna make me eat healthy, make me lose weight, whatever. Like that's just gonna be a waste of your money, a waste of your time, a waste of your resources. You could be putting your energy somewhere else. And the supplement world is very profitable. And yes, like I said, I do support some things, but try to be intentional, try to do your research, try to be smart about what you are purchasing. Also, you, your body, your lifestyle, your diet, your fitness goals, you might need different supplements than somebody else needs. Just keep in mind too, like cheaper is not always better for supplements, for proteins, things like that. Quality matters a ton with nutrition. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, but this is just what I have learned through experience. I took like a mini course to try to learn about protein powder. I don't know. Take it all with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to help you here best I can. I am gonna use the air fryer for these bagels. I just lined parchment paper on my like air fryer tray because you really do need that for them to not stick. Or a silicone mold would be best. Like I have this cute little thing that makes for really great bagels, but I don't wanna make them mini, I wanna make them like big, so that's why I'm not using it today. But now we form the dough. It looks like this right now. It just looks like a plain dough consistency. But if we move into working out, honestly, it really is great to work out with a friend. If possible, I know it's not doable for everyone, but it holds you accountable and, you know, maybe if you're on this journey together or if your friend is very knowledgeable and maybe knows more than you, they can help you, right? It is such a great way, and I know people can be kind of self-conscious when they start working out and whatnot, and I've always found that you just like receive so much support. Like I remember like trying to work out in high school and like my brother was always really supportive, or like when I tried to like get back into working out a few years ago, like my boyfriend was really supportive. So it's like, I don't know, you might receive more support than you think. Like people aren't gonna judge you as much as you think, maybe, but having a friend with you is just super great in a lot of areas. So reach out to people if you can, and if you can't, and if it's very intimidating, I totally get it. But I think starting to work out when you're not a workout person is hard, right? Like I totally agree with that. However, you also know how much I love the 12-3-30, and I promise this isn't, I'm not gonna go on and on for hours about how much I love it because I know I've done that before, rolling them into bagels now, doing my best. However, if you find a workout that you like, whether it's in the gym, whether it's at home or whatever, for me it was the 12-3-30, you can use that sort of as like a gateway to working out, right? So say you find something you really like. This is gonna take trial and error. This is gonna be hard, right? It's not just gonna come to you all of a sudden one day. But say you start trying home workouts, you try different videos, you know, there's so many online. Say you find a strategy you really like, whether that's like dancing workouts, whether it's incline walking, the 12-3-30. No matter what it is, finding a workout that you really like and you are able to stick to, whether it's like super intense or not, I think can help you start exploring other workouts, if that makes sense. So like I say with everything, like start small, right? If you are hesitant and you're like, okay, I don't want to weight lift, I want to start with like Zumba style videos because that's less intimidating for me, you know, literally just in your bedroom, whatever, do it. And if you're able to stick to those, you know, down the road, you might be like, okay, I want to branch out. I want to try Pilates now. Okay, maybe you really get into that. Maybe you wanna all of a sudden get a gym membership, right? If you find that one workout that's kind of like your gateway, I think it's a really good strategy to get into trying other workouts because it is really intimidating and really hard to just start working out. However, you do have to make the initiative to start somewhere. No matter where you start, well, you can only go up. You can literally only go up. This is so messy, I think I need more flour. However, off of that, the biggest thing I just do not want to stop reiterating to you is that trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. You know, you gotta get past the fact that it's gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take work to figure out what workouts you like. However, if you want a recommendation of somewhere to start, I will always recommend the 12-3-30. And if you don't have a treadmill at home, the most basic gym memberships, you can find ones that are $10 a month, but those I can almost guarantee will come with treadmill access. Try the 12-3-30.
Signing up for a workout class can be really great too because someone's leading it the whole time and it can get you out of your comfort zone if you're not used to a group setting. So it may be intimidating, but it may be the push that you need.
Another strategy I really love, which you may have heard on my channel before, because I have mentioned it, is habit pairing. And what habit pairing is, I learned it from the book Atomic Habits. Super popular book, super great book. It's about doing something that you have to do, so in this case working out, and pairing it with something that you enjoy or something you want to do. For example, you love binge watching Game of Thrones. I've never seen it, but it's the first thing I thought of, okay? Well, each episode you watch it while you're on the treadmill. Watch it while you're doing your Pilates video. Watch it while you're doing yoga. Watch it while you're doing whatever workout you're trying to start with, and only watch it during then. Don't allow yourself to watch an episode when you're not working out. You start to associate the workout with the show, and you're gonna wanna watch the show, which means you're gonna end up having to work out to do it. And then once you start kind of like creating that positive atmosphere and positive experience for yourself, you might start enjoying the actual workout, believe it or not. Also, keep in mind, literally any form of movement you can consider a workout. So like, say you don't work out at all right now, going for a walk around your neighborhood is progress. Like literally moving your body in any way is a step ahead of not. Like don't think like, oh, I'm not gonna go spend hours in the gym so it's not worth it. That is gonna get you nowhere. A 15-minute walk around your neighborhood is 15 minutes ahead of where you will be if you choose to not do it. I literally started losing weight by walking workouts. Like it's possible and it's fun, and you get to watch videos and have fun while you do it. And to make this even easier for you, I am gonna link some, you know, different style beginner workouts so that if you're like, Morgan, I just don't know where to start, I don't know what I like, I don't know whatever, try the workouts that I recommend in the video. Maybe you hate them all. That's fine. It takes trial and error. Getting into working out, starting a fitness journey, you literally just have to start somewhere. Starting anywhere is always a step ahead of just not starting. By the way, I literally made one, but I'm getting so distracted. Like I just can't multitask sometimes. So I'm gonna make the rest after the video. But like I said, technically you need more than 2 ingredients. I'm cracking an egg into a bowl right now. You can use an egg wash, or you can also just melt some butter. But essentially, for the egg, you should whisk it and you brush it on to the bagel. I honestly can't remember if you're supposed to do both sides, but I think I'm going to. It's a good reshaping tool, honestly. And then add your favorite bagel toppings. I honestly think the everything bagel is just a very good mask to the Greek yogurt. We're gonna do 350 for 10 minutes. So yeah, if you aren't a 5 a.m. gym lifter person, whatever, it doesn't mean your workouts aren't effective, I promise you. But you have to put in effort to start trying different kinds of workouts to see what you like. And if you can, make it fun. Listen to your favorite podcast, your favorite music, watch your favorite shows if it's a workout that you can watch something during. Also, I know some people have trouble making kind of like a workout routine, right? Okay, Your fitness journey should be an addition to your life. It should not be your entire life. So essentially, say you have work from this time to this time. On this day, you have this activity, whatever, okay? You should build your workouts into something that will actually fit your schedule, that you don't have to go out of your way to do, because if you have to go out of your way, you're not gonna do it. Make it as easy as possible for you to have no other choice to just do your workout, you know? Pick out your gym clothes or your home workout clothes ahead of time. Count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm putting my clothes on. Once you get dressed to work out, you're so much more likely to work out. It's just the moving forward and actually like getting dressed for it is the hardest part, but like physically putting on the clothing is the easiest part, you know what I mean? It's the hardest part mentally because you know what's to come. Say you know you cannot work out in the morning, that's totally fine. Say you have obligations till 7 p.m., okay? At 7:30, you put out those workout clothes on and you do a 20-minute workout. Remember, it does not have to be an hour, but once you get started, you're gonna more likely want to keep going. Also, for creating a routine, not only like looking at a calendar, laying out what does Monday look like, what does Tuesday look like, what does Wednesday look like, and fill in the gaps of where you can actually fit in a workout. But if you're trying to make a routine on different types of workouts, okay, number one, ask someone you know that's knowledgeable. Like, hey, I'm trying to get into working out. I know I like to do this, like, can you help me? People are nicer than you think sometimes and more likely to help you than you might think. You're not a burden for asking for help. Another thing is that if you want to create kind of like a plan, because if you do the same thing every day, it might be hard to stick to, which I know, preaching to the choir. I used to do 12 to 30 like literally every single day and that's it. That's fine. I didn't get bored of it, which is why it worked for me. But if you're someone who does get bored of workouts really easily, okay, try to just incorporate a variety, okay? Say you really like Zumba workouts, you really like Pilates, you hate other cardio, you hate lifting. That's fine, okay? Monday, Zumba. Tuesday, rest. Wednesday, Pilates. Thursday, rest. Also keep in mind, if this is new to you, aiming to work out 5 to 6 days a week is probably gonna be too much. Not only will it be harder for you to actually stick to, but if it's super, super new to your body, it's gonna take you longer to recover. And of course your recovery periods are gonna get shorter as you get in this habit, but you have to start small, okay? I don't know how many times I can say this. You have to start small in order to get somewhere. But once you do start small, say maybe week 1, you can only do 2 workouts. That's fine. Week 2, try for 3. Say you consistently do 3, bump it up to 4, okay? Once you get to that 4 range, you're gonna start feeling progress. You're gonna start seeing progress. It's gonna take a while, but progress oftentimes keeps you going, okay? If you're not seeing progress, there could be various reasons why, but more often than not, it's just because you're not giving it enough time. I don't know everything, but generally speaking, oftentimes that is the reason. You just gotta keep going, and you have to make a routine that changes it up, that fits in your schedule so that you can't avoid it, and that involves things you really like. I literally, like 2 days ago, created a whole new workout routine for me, and this will be in an upcoming video. I have some like weights and like lifting stuff or whatever at my house. Well, I took the exercises that I know how to do, and by myself, I made this routine for myself. I'm literally on week 1 of doing it, so like I can't say so much yet, but also I know I'm gonna have to alter this. And I know the weights I'm putting for each thing right now are gonna have to change. And I'm probably starting off small, but that's okay. You have to be open to change. And so I made this, I wrote it out. I'm really excited to get into it, but I'm also just really excited to try something new and just to dive in and see what happens. And already on my 4th day today, it's been fun doing different workouts every day because I didn't always do that. And changing it up, having that variety is really awesome and keeps you going. Another tip I heard from another YouTuber, there's this girl that I am subscribed to. She's much younger than me, but she is so mature, so wise, so motivational. I just love her. She's literally in high school. Like, I'm 25. Like, sometimes I'm like, wait, is this weird that I'm watching your videos and you're so young? Her name's Amelie Desai, but she's just like, she's incredible, okay? Watch her videos. But in one of her videos, she said, okay, you can think about working out as working out, or you can think about working out as training. A lot of times when you view it as training, you're training for something, it changes your whole perspective and it makes you want to do it. Like, you are preparing for something, right? Whether you're technically not preparing for something, like whether you just want to get into working out or not, simply shifting that perspective and being like, I'm in training mode. Try it. I really like it. I saw that and I was like, girlfriend, you you got something here. Also, I wanted to show you the freaking 2-ingredient bagels I make all the time, and I literally burnt it. Like, okay, it's not terrible, but I couldn't remember how long it goes in for, and it is a little dark. Makes whole video about the freaking bagels and doesn't even make the bagel right. It's fine, it's fine. Let me let it cool off, and we're gonna put some cream cheese on it. Let's talk about mindset. I love mindset. Mindset is everything. My best tips and my best advice is that you have to stop being in a rush. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you gotta stop being in a rush. The faster you obtain something, chances are the shorter it will stick around. And that's not what you want, is it? You're not necessarily gonna make sustainable progress if you're just in a rush. For example, you have to eat in a calorie deficit to lose weight. It's just math. However, if you're in such a steep calorie deficit, not only are you gonna drop weight super fast and be miserable while doing it, but you're also gonna kind of ruin your metabolism. And that's so bad for you in the long term. And then down the road, you're gonna regret it. And it's gonna be hard. And this is gonna sound cheesy, but I do think that it is very important, just like with anything, to kind of practice gratitude, you know, and sometimes to take a minute and be like, wow, like I can go for a run. I can lift these weights. Like I can do this Pilates session, this yoga pose, whatever it may be. Like it really is incredible that we get to move our bodies. And when you think about it in a way of celebration, just like how I was saying, if you think about working out as a way of training, it just kind of changes the game, and I think it just really lightens things, and I just love that practice. I know it sounds cheesy, but when you actually do it, you will get what I'm saying.
A mindset trick I really like when it comes to eating is instead of saying I can't eat something, switch it to I don't eat that. The words I can't eat that make you think very restrictive, very toxic, but if you simply switch it to I don't eat that, it is your choice. You are choosing that. You are making that decision for yourself, and you simply just don't do it because it's not part of your lifestyle.
Ultimately, if you want a change and if you want an outcome that you have not had before, you're gonna have to do things that you have not had before. Our mind likes to keep us safe. Our mind doesn't always want change, doesn't always want new things. But if you want a new result, you're gonna have to do new things. And you're gonna have to do hard things. But remember, you can do hard things. I am rooting for you. You can do hard things. And setting goals is great. You know, starting is great. But also remember, your goals at day 1 might not be the same goals you have at day 21, day 201, day 2001, right? And that is okay to change and evolve. You know, I'm talking to you from someone who has, you know, been through a lot, been through weight loss, whatever, but like I'm not in the best shape of my life. I'm not like this ultimate crazy fitness guru. I don't know everything. I can't run miles and miles. I can't lift incredibly heavy weights. You know, I am very much working on myself, just like you may be, and I'm very much into the health and wellness world. But it's not like I'm walking around here like crazy fit. Like I'm on a journey just like you are too. And keep in mind too, this journey is a lifestyle. It's not just you reach your goals and you're done. Because if you do that, you're just gonna go back to where you were. And you really just learn so much as you grow. But you have to start by fitting this into your current lifestyle and evolve from there. Because if you can't insert it into what you already practice and already do, you're not gonna do it. And we gotta stop being, you know, I'll start Monday, I'll start on the 1st of the month, I'll start on the 1st of the new year. I understand the whole mental part of it. Like it feels like a fresh start. It feels like, okay, I'm gonna wake up and do this. But honestly, if you're able to start midweek, then more power to you. A tip for these bagels is it is smart probably to flip it halfway through so that both sides cook, because the bottom is usually left a little doughy. However, I just cut it in half. This is what it looks like now. As you can see, it basically just looks like bread. However, the bottom is still pretty pale, so I am actually just gonna throw this in the toaster. Just as easy as that, and that's another reason why I didn't want to make them mini, because they kind of get stuck in the toaster. Obviously, everyone's journey is different. Obviously, different things work for different people, and I give you pretty general tips on the, you know, common areas that people want to improve. However, think about your own lifestyle. Think about what you want to improve, whether it is eating healthy or whether it's something that I didn't mention at all. And think about like, okay, what is causing me to behave this way? Where's the source and how can I start better? You know, and then you have a thought, count back from 5 like Mel Robbins says, and just do it. You know, act upon it or it's gonna be gone. She says, she's like, you know, you're basically one decision away from changing your life. Think about it that way. I know it's harder for some people, you know, because some people have busier lives, or some people don't have as many resources. But that's why I'm saying do your best to cater it to your own lifestyle and start with one area. And once you're able to consistently do something, then you open it up, then you explore the next area. The last ingredient for the bagels would obviously just be like any topping. I'm a huge cream cheese lover, so I'm just gonna take, I actually have chive and onion cream cheese, and I am going to lather it up. Also, I'm a big eat your bagel like a sandwich type of girl. I think this is the only way to eat a bagel. Pretty good. Try it. If you don't have an air fryer, just use the oven. Something else I want to mention too, some people really like making like sticker charts or even like progress charts, you know? Have a calendar just dedicated to like working out. Give yourself a sticker or an X or a smiley face or whatever on the days you complete it, and see, you know, if you can just like not break the chain. Sometimes that's all you need. It's just motivation to not end the streak, given you have a rest day, whatnot, of course. I really hope this video helped you in any way, shape, or form. I really just encourage you to start now, whatever that means to you, whether that's cooking a healthy meal, whether that's, you know, it's Tuesday at 12 p.m. when you're watching this and you're on your lunch break going for a 10-minute walk around the neighborhood, or walking out of the office and coming back, or whatever it means to you, whatever you're able to do right now. Start now. Don't wait for Monday, don't wait for the 1st, wherever you are, whatever you can do, try your best to start today. Unless you're watching this before bed, get to bed and start tomorrow. But that's the only occasion when I'm like, okay, start tomorrow. You know, I love you, I'm rooting for you. You can do hard things, I promise you can. I believe in you. Please subscribe if you have not, and I'm wishing you all the best on your journey, wherever it takes you, whatever it may be, and I'll see you in my next one.